Hello, beautiful soul traveler. Welcome. And if you happen to be new here, welcome. It's great to connect with you. Those of you that have been traveling with me for a while on the soul path and are part of this heart connecting, soul aligning community, welcome back. It's always great to connect with you. For this reading, we are tuning in through your guides, your higher self guidance, opening up to the channel of spirit, along with tarot and some oracle cards to connect in for an overview of 2026. I love this reading. I've got to say that. I'm connecting in through the guide cards that you see here. Please connect in, choose the card. Cards or crystals that you're most drawn to. This is really helping you to really connect into what's working, not working, what your guides are wanting you most to know, what you're opening up to, what you're transforming. We're in a very powerful year. There's been a lot of letting go, a lot of grief. There's been a lot going on individually and in the collective, in the soul collective and in the collective of the mainstream world, mainstream consciousness. So there's a lot changing, a lot of potential and possibility. So I'm going to be connecting in and tuning into that. If you want to know a little bit more about the numerology cycle of what's coming up, we're in a 4610, which breaks down to a 1. I read through the sub numbers, but that's why we have the Magician here, different ways. These guide cards are showing in the way that the transformation is happening in your life and what you're drawing in, what you're aligning to. Where are the activations for you? So I'm diving into all of that. As always, trust your own intuition, your own inner guidance. Whatever doesn't resonate or you're not, really vibing to, just leave it, let it go, leave it for someone else and focus on what works for you. The best way to use these readings is for your confirmation, insight, understanding, sometimes predictions, but it also helps you see where you're attuned or aligned because you led yourself here. So let yourself fully imbibe what your higher self is guiding you to. All right, beautiful soul. So we've got here, let's look at the guide cards. These are the portals that I'm connecting in through. This is the Magus here with Sunstone. The Magus here with Aventurine. And the Magician or Magus here with Zoisite. So you can get a closer look. Sunstone. Aventurine. Soul story number 1, number 2, number 3, Zoisite. And really just trust where you're guided, how you're guided. And it might be more than one card, one soul story. You might have a lot going on, a lot happening in your life. All right, so I'm going to connect in. You can connect in with me as well. And connecting in through the heart chakra, connecting in heart to heart. Take a breath in. Pause at the top of the breath as you breathe out. Feel the healing light energy of source energy. God consciousness, the all that is forming as you. And choose the cards or crystals that you most resonate to. And if you're feeling a resonance, take a deeper breath in your own pace. Pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathing in above the crown chakra, foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, extending into the higher vibrational frequency of the higher self, moving out of the extremes of polarity. Take a deeper breath in again through that portal of light, connecting in, pause, breathing out in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow. And feeling the infinite creative energies, the intelligence of the all that is, that life force animating energy as you, through you, coming in through the breath of life, your life unfolding. Take another conscious deep breath in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow through that portal of light above the crown chakra. Pause, extend there, connecting in through the higher vibrational aspect of you. And breathing out, drawing the breath down through the center of the body, out through the chakras at the soles of the feet, connecting deep into the Earth Star Chakra, connecting to the earth plane, connecting to the safety, security of expressing and experiencing more and more fully as you, in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathing up, drawing the light energy with the breath up above the crown chakra to that natural pause point, going through that portal of light, extending up through the soul star chakra, connecting in through the soul design, the soul matrix of you, extending, expanding with the vibrational frequency of the soul, aligning, attuning to the soul signature frequency, consciously breathing out, feeling that soul essence as your denser physical body. You are the instrument of the soul, feeling that essence through the breath, all the way down through the chakras at the soles of the feet, going deep into the earth, into Mother Earth, into Gaia, opening up into the earth, Earth Star Chakra, expanding through the crystalline grid, opening, blossoming, unfolding, feeling the crystalline grid, lighting up your crystal grid, feeling the crystal light energy opening up, dissolving what is overdense, releasing pressure, opening to receive, drawing the energy up back through the breath, feeling the energy getting lighter and lighter, extending, expanding into the light body through the auric field, extending, expanding beyond the aura into the etheric plane, the astral plane, the akashic plane, the spirit plane, extending in to universal creative energies, extending, expanding in to the healing light energy of the all that is the creative energy, that intuitive, infinite, creative intelligence of nature, of the all that is, and feel that as you, extending, expanding through each in-breath and out-breath, extending in through the electromagnetic fields, allowing your electromagnetic fields to radiate out, opening, drawing in all that you need for the highest experience, expression of your soul, the optimal health, wellness, aligning to a bigger vision, a better vision, the vision that is the vision of your soul through fulfillment, abundance, prosperity, health, wellness, love, connecting to the high heart vibration, through the vibrational frequency of the higher octave of love, through the three-eye atlas energy, extending and expanding beyond the galactic, beyond the planetary, including the interdimensional, interstellar, past, present, future, extending and expanding in all realms, meeting in one, in unity, consciousness, feeling interconnected, moving in from inspiration into inspired action. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome. So this is an overview. I'm going to be doing other readings, getting a bit more specific into 2026, but I wanted to connect in through the vibrational frequency of the Magician. 2026 is a 46. It breaks down to a 10, and that 10 breaks down to a 1. So it's a lot about initiating. Your initiation, your movement, your activity is coming from your ideas. And you're also going to be noticing what holds me back, or I've held myself back from actualizing or acting upon my ideas. You're also moving into a cycle where it's important for you to communicate with others. What's your idea? Be opening to others to join in your ideas. Now, you have this Magus, and there's a lot of growth. This is taking your ideas and seeing them. How can I create them? How can I create the reality that I want? Is this idea blocking me? is this idea serving me? Is this thought or this thought process blocking me? So you're really looking at the mental realm this month and harnessing your ideas, harnessing energy and putting time, energy, and focus into the ideas that you feel are going to be best for you, that are going to bring what you want to create or manifest. So this is the manifestation of your ideas, of a particular dream, a particular goal. And it's showing that you're moving out of a time of being held back, perhaps burnt out. You could be exhausted. You couldn't see what should I focus on? What should I do? You're now going to get the clarity. The message for you a lot is about clarity. It's something, the mist, the clouds are lifting. You're getting some level of, oh, I should do this. I want to follow through on this. Pay attention to people saying something and you're in your mind going, oh, I thought I had that thought, or that's what I wanted to do. Or someone might say, you should do this, or you'd be great at this. You're going to be getting a lot of signs, Spirit is saying. You're getting a lot of signs. Your guides are very active right now for you to take what's in your head, what's in your mind, and create with it. Make it a reality. Take that idea, release, let go, process through, do emotional clearing, repatterning of the thoughts, the ideas. But definitely 2026, something is clearer for you. It's like you are seeing some kind of gift in what you've gone through, or what your wisdom, your understanding about a particular situation. So you're taking your ideas, you're working a lot with the mental realm to get out of any kind of stagnation, limitation, or any area where you've outgrown it. You're essentially, this year, there's a lot about getting out of the comfort zone. Now, Sunstone is also bringing an energy of creativity. It's bringing an energy of feeling better about oneself, happier, more joyful, that you're seeing outcomes. You're going to start seeing results, okay, by your ideas. But you're going to be seeing, okay, I'm getting these ideas, I'm having these dreams, I have this vision, I keep thinking about this, I'm supposed to do this. So any fear you're moving out of, you're thinking of the things that could go wrong, but what about all the things that could go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway. So this, for you, Soul Path Traveler, the message is very much about getting out of your comfort zone with what you think you want to do, or making a plan, organizing, but it's the mental realm that you're harnessing. And the mental realm corresponds to in between the etheric and the denser physical realm of manifested form. So you're meant to follow through on these ideas. That is just so clear that this is all about you taking those ideas and making them a reality, manifesting your ideas, your dream, your goal, whatever it is that you have in idea, the vision. You're going to see the way to create it, to manifest it, or draw it in. You're going to see the way to bring it forward. Yeah, and I was just going to say, so you're moving more in the area of possibilities, but you're also being asked to reach out. So for you, dear Soulite, a lot has to do with reaching out, initiating, letting people know what you want to do, or letting a person know what you want to do, or, oh, I want that, promotion, or I want to do this more. You need to speak. So a lot of it is what's in your mind. Speak it now. Don't leave it just in your mind. This is about not getting out of circular thinking or getting out of just thinking about something. It's to take those thoughts, those ideas, those visions, and put it into form and make it a reality. And some of you may be, look at that. Speaking up. What's on your mind? What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. So it could be conversations with people, like you're clearing the air, you're moving forward, you're speaking up, you're speaking your truth. Some of you, this is definitely putting this in some kind of, through some process, you're creating something that's more truthful. I see this also with anybody in leadership or power position or perceived leadership roles. that you're speaking up. If you feel somebody is more, oh my God, look at this, think. So like the message could not be clearer. And then you have messages. So I'm hearing think before you speak, but to speak up. So what do you think? You need to speak up. This whole, if you've had trouble speaking up or speaking your mind or saying what you need this year, that is going by the wayside. Pallas Athena and Mercury. You have a great mind. You're a great thinker. I'm getting like genius mind. I'm getting, there's a lot that you can put into form. There's a lot, I can hear people, oh, that's a great idea, or I never thought of that. Don't be afraid. If someone hasn't thought of something, that doesn't mean that it's not something to do or think about or take action on. You could be ahead of the pack in what you're thinking, what you're intuiting. You could be kind of a genius mind. So this is your year to use your mind. You know, it's the lower mind to kind of connect in with others. You know, little chit chat here and there. I'm seeing like at a party or something or a gathering. But don't be afraid to go into that higher mind, what I call Einstein thinking or divine mind, getting out of the local mind, to talk about your vision or the possibility of, this is opening up to some level of boundless possibilities. Okay, let me get another deck here. So for you, very much the mental realm, whatever that means to, oh my God, look at that. Of course, has to do with visualizing. The beaming and glistening light from the stars reminds you that there is hope for your future. Well, this is moving you more into a hopeful situation because you're going to start seeing results. So like, you're going to start seeing, oh my God, what I visualized and I put some effort into it. It's now, I see it coming through. So this is optimism renewed with that sunstone. This is optimism for what you want to do. You're moving out of some level of fear. You're moving out of level of, I'm also getting, maybe the first of the year, there's some kind of confrontation or you have to have some communications about something with someone, more about speaking your truth or boundaries. However, I do see you kind of moving on. Your higher self is really going to be guiding you towards the people and situations that are more reflected of what you're envisioning. So really focus on visualizing, contemplating, writing out what it is you want to do, putting a plan into place for your vision, your goal. All it needs is a practical, I'm just kidding. All what you want to do needs a practical steps or practical plan. And that's what you're meant to do. So whatever you've been envisioning or looking for, this is now to take action. Whatever it is, whether it's travel, whether it's meeting someone, then you realize, well, if I want to meet someone, I got to get out of the house, or I got to go in a different area, or I got to just say hi. So you're going to be extending your energy out. This soul light, this soul group I hear, you're not going to be so locked in your head. You're not going to be so held back, like, oh, what's the use anyway, or I'm not going to do it, or whatever. So there's a practical application to this part of your path, that it's not just keeping ideas up in the air, it's putting them into order. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles. This is interesting. 9 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, the 7 of Swords is telling you not to necessarily say everything. Put a plan in place before and test it out. This would be things like a soft launch. This would be like working on an idea. Ground it, make it your own before you put it out there, or before you broadcast, this is what I'm doing. So there is this kind of going within, and then really visualizing, even visualizing the right people coming to you, or whatever you're wanting to draw in. And you've got the Ace of Cups, and you've got the Ace of Wands. So the message I'm getting for you is very, very much about harnessing the mental realm, and that might be something you're good at, that might be something that you're learning to do, but it brings more meaningful people and experiences into your life, and it renews your passion and purpose. It brings more inspiration, and especially in regards to projects, in regards to moving or being in the right location. I'm seeing ask for what you need. That's the message I'm getting. Ask for what you need. Don't stay stuck in fear of hearing a no. You're going to learn that when you ask for what you need and you put yourself in also put yourself in the place where you can realistically get the need, then you're going to see positive results. You're going to see great results. So this is a beginning of much more fulfilled living, much more emotional connectedness with life. And just as I said, connectedness, look what's on the bottom. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. That's what you're doing, Soulite. This is the time to reach out, to have connections. Now, you're going to know boundaries. Like sometimes you might wait to say something. Maybe you need to formulate something more in your mind, and then you'll see, oh, this is the kind of help I need, or this is what I really need. So reaching out, having connections, really focus on communicating your ideas, work with all areas of communication. There we go. You're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. That's the ideas. What are your ideas? It doesn't matter. It's like, oh, I want to live on an island. Okay, well, you're going to find the way to do that. The idea. And then we have relationships, business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. Okay. Communication is highlighted. You're going to see, if you don't already know, the importance of communication. Who you choose to communicate, how you communicate with yourself and with others, what you kind of keep to yourself and you let, marinate a bit. You kind of let, it get more formed within you. But this is the time for you to visualize daily. Maybe do a vision board or a dream book. This is the time to write it out. To vision what you see and feel, what it is that you want. Your mental aspect of your mind, especially the creative intelligence within your mind. This is the time where you're going to use your mind in the creative play. Okay, we got this coming in. Great match. You're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. Well, the message I'm getting with you, with the Ace of Cups here and the Ace of Wands, that it's also time just about getting a great match or the right match in all parts of your life. Relationships, job, career, because you're mentally seeing what it is you want, and you're following through on communicating your needs more, having better communication with yourself, whether it's through your body wisdom, your instinctual awareness, your intuition. Remember, intuition is a type of communication. Your gut knowing is a type of communication. Your instinctual awareness, your body, how do you feel about something? That's communication. And then you process that in the mental realm. You get an idea from that. Let's say you feel off. There's something in your gut that's saying something's off. Well, then you bring it to your mind, the mental realm. When I feel this feeling, it means wait, something's off, something's not quite ready. So I do feel with this group, you're creating some way of being in the world and navigating through the world that's going to serve you through these bigger changes, through these possibilities, through the next level, whether on a career path, a relationship path, just how to be more in your life, more connected to yourself, your heart, your soul, and other people, and attracting people that are more in alignment with you, more in your individual flow. Okay, we've got victory and energy here, so Willow. And we've got protection shield. And then we've got wealth and abundance. Okay, so I really feel with you, Soulite, the message, it's very, very clear. you are protected during these changes and these ideas. It's like you're not going to do something that's going to sabotage you. You're not going to do something that's, oh, that's a stupid idea or that didn't help. The thing is, you've got to follow through. But I feel like you're creating some new level of wealth, abundance, richness, having what you need and want, having an abundance of connection, of heart-centered connection. A good amount of people that you can go to, like, hey, I want to do this, or you want support. This is all, for you, this year is all about support, connecting. Hey, text, write, connecting, finding different ways to connect with people. It's connecting with your tribe. It's connecting with those that are more of a vibrational match, more resonating. It's connection through relationships. So like that brings your emotional fulfillment. That brings a sense of, heartfelt connection and abundance. That brings inspiration. That it's spirit or God through people, right? I always say God works through people. So, and people are in situations. So this is really this opening up to you feeling also more confident with what it is that you want to do. And I'm seeing in relationships, this is a good year for you with relationships, to not feel you have to protect yourself. This new beginning in relationship brings in this energy that you're attracting more and more of what is uplifting. This is less of trauma bonding. This is moving out of trauma bonding. It's learning out of karmic learning lesson. You're taking the lesson and now going out there, going forward, reaching out, speaking your truth. You're trusting your thoughts. You're trusting the ideas. You're sharing them. You're writing. You're putting it out there. You're having these great conversations. So this is really a time for you to connect in others and share ideas, swap ideas, share philosophies, really connect in, on a level that, you might feel like, wow, I'm opening up more than I ever have in my life. But that's where you're meant to be. That's going to greatly inspire you. And so you're seeing that what my abundance is also my emotional connection. It's doing what I like to do emotionally, what I feel passionate about, what I feel a sense of purpose or inspired, or I feel uplifted. Upliftment is part of your abundance. There you go. Seed planter. Plant seeds of potential every place you go and in each person's soul, harvesting growth. Yeah, this is a time for you to harvest those ideas. As you put those ideas out in the world, you communicate the ideas, you share ideas, you act upon your ideas, you put a practical plan to your ideas. They turn from potential into growth. So this year you're going to plant seeds from your ideas, and those seeds are going to take hold. And you're going to gather with others also, whether in person or online. So you're planting seeds. Where do they plant seeds? In people's minds. So like you're a seed planter. Seeds are planted within you, soul seeds. You're nurturing those. You nurture your ideas, and then these seeds take hold and grow. All right, so like your soul insights mantra for you is, I'm planting seeds based on my soul. And these seeds are taking hold and growing, whether individually, collectively, in relationships, personally, or divinely on my soul path. Connect into that energy. A lot of growth for you this year, and it's coming from those seeds that you're planting. All right, till next reading, let me know how this unfolds for you. This is just an energetic connection into the vibrational frequency of this cycle, this new pattern and cycle of energy that's coming through. I hope this brought you some insight, upliftment, inspiration, and focus. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your reading. This is soul story number 2. All right, we're looking at the 2026 theme. I will be doing more readings, monthly, quarterly, tapping in, attuning more into what is coming up in 2026, and best how to use this energy. But this is a bit of an overview. I've got to tell you, this group you're not only overcoming a lot of challenges, obstacles this coming year, but you're really using what you have. And that's the message from your guides. Use what you have. You have everything you need. What's in your environment? What's in your mind? Use your body as is. You're perfect. The vehicle vessel of you is perfect for what you want to do. So you're going to be balancing a lot this year. There's a lot of change. I'm seeing that this is also, this is the Magus from the Thoth deck. So it really taps into the metaphysical aspect of the magician or the Magus, right? It's connecting in through a form of transformation. It's said that the magician takes the less ideal and makes it more ideal. Or we could say takes what's ideal but makes it more ideal. It takes what you have and makes it better and better. So this is optimization. This is life enhancement. This is using your mental realm, your physical realm, your spiritual realm, or physical aspect of you, mental aspect, emotional aspect, intuitive aspect. This is taking all these various aspects of you and creating, making things happen. This is a year for you to take charge, initiate, make things happen. This year, you're transforming your life. And you're going to have, this is the guides are telling me, this is so important. You're going to have not only the wherewithal, the time, the energy, the focus, the money, it will be there. Somehow, magically, it will be there. Magically, right? It's like you're going to be having a lot of things in your life that seem to just fall into place, that get in alignment. This is a year for problem solving or moving into creative solutions. This is a year of letting go or cutting out what isn't working. That's the swords there. So you're taking that mental realm, working with the mind, lower mind, higher mind, spirit, your spiritual essence, but also your vitality, your sense of energy and where and how you focus it. Remember, energy goes where attention flows, right? Or where your attention goes, energy flows. Energy flows where your attention goes. So this is the year for intentionality. This is the year for focus. That it's going to happen consciously for you, but also to some degree subconsciously. You're just going to find yourself focusing on what's actually important for you, and those in your life that you love, those that you care about, those that care about you. You're here to transform your life. This is curating your life experiences. This is you taking literally the bull by the horns. When we get to the tarot, let's see if Taurus comes up at all, or oracle cards, a bull. So you're taking what you have and you're really moving into this creator role. This can take many different forms. Yes, it could be projects, it could be collaboration. Most importantly, it's transforming your world. It's transforming your reality. So I would say for this group, there's key placement when Saturn moves back into Aries for whatever it is, the next year, year and a half, and Neptune in Aries. You're creating a bigger vision, something more interesting, something more exciting, something more prosperous. And it's very interesting because you have Aventurine. Aventurine is about creating your own luck. It's opportunity, it's prosperity, it's overcoming doldrums, it's overcoming, oh, I can't, or it's sluggish. It's this, you really are going to have kind of this I can, I will, I can do attitude. But the biggest thing with you, that this year's a lot of juggling. Certain things are, probably already at this reading, you've lost some things, or people or situations have changed. There's been some loss of some sort in your life. And so you're picking up the pieces this year. I have to get a little drink of water here. The other thing I'm getting, stay hydrated, Soulite. You are going to be channeling more electro energy, right? So your electromagnetic frequency is not only intensifying and then it's balancing out, but there's a shift in your electromagnetic field or fields that is you. You're an electromagnetic field. We're all this electromagnetic field. What that means is the laying back or being more laid back or held back is changing. It's more of the electrical, and you can even see this with this light. So light as an emanation is more electrical, right? It's a pulsation rather than the magnetic aspect. So yes, you might tune in, you might do some inner work, you might journal, you might meditate, and then take action. But this is the year of action, bringing things together, elements come together, parts of your life come together, parts that have been held back. This blue, there's a lot of clarity, there's a lot of peace. You're determined. This year, there's a lot of the theme. I mean, wow, I don't know who got this reading, but this one, you know, I could feel it because I felt like with this group, when I was looking at what I call these, the guide cards, the cards that you pick, right? They kind of help me guide the energy and tap into the portal or the vortex of energy for me to channel. There was no card that was holding this frequency because this frequency was so strong and so determined and so focused, yet in a playful flow. You know, so there's, you know, in the Thoth deck, there's the black magus, there's the there's the white one, and then there's the golden one that takes all colors, all aspects. So it's kind of like there can be trickery, right? There could be less evolved aspects of the magus, less evolved aspects of communication. There can be less, you know, evolved aspects of, you know, advertising. That comes under, right, Gemini and even Virgo energy, right, for this magus. However, it's like sometimes you need to kind of fake it till you make it. You need to just try it. Like, I'm scared to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to try, you know, or fudging on something on your CV or your resume because you know you can do it and you get getting the job, you know, like can you lead this group? Because this is also about leadership, that you're moving more into a leadership, authorship of your life, more independence for you this year. You're really, I don't know, sticking out. You're really moving forward. And that Aventurine is like, people are going to go, wow, they're lucky. No, preparation meets opportunity is the luck. There's something you've been preparing for, or, you know, you've been preparing all along. And I would say preparing behind the scenes. I don't think a lot of people are going to see this coming, this rise. You've been working a lot on healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a state of deep healing. You're going through these transformations. Well, that's like the snake energy here, the caduceus, the wings. The magus consciously transforms. Consciously, through intention, focused, you know, energy. The magus is about bringing the subconscious conscious. The magus works very consciously. Okay, shame, self-love. Wow, look what you've gone through, this healing. Letting go of some kind of shame or blame. Letting go of burdens and bringing this trust into yourself. Wow. Wow, so like you have let go, processed, healed, therapy, inner work, shamanic inner work, plant-based medicine inner work. Whatever you have been doing, it's like what I see psychically, what I'm being shown is almost like a banana peeled. And I see this here. Some layer is gone. Some layer. You're going to be much more open, much more vulnerable, heart open, courageous heart. And oh my God, I just said courageous heart, and look what the next thing was, courageous heart. It takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead to your true destiny. This has to do with relationships. This has to do with job, career, the changes that you want to make. This year, your life transforms. So like this year. Okay, let's look and see if we get any kind of psychological states. So you've been doing some kind of deep healing. A little bit of it's been subconscious. And then I feel like you picked up the reins and it became more conscious as you're moving more into the frequency of the magician. Meaning that now you're taking the reins of your life. Listen to this. Inner guidance. It's time for you to pay attention and listen to the guidance of your soul, that will heart and soul. So this is what I feel is coming in more. It's like, again, you're taking a chance on yourself, on a goal, on a dream, on a life, on something that you want to change. Yeah, see, but that's an aspect of your personality, ego self, must die to make way for a new shiny star to be born. But that's what you've been doing. And you've been changing, I feel, on the mental realm, because the Magus has to do with the mentality also. So there could be some mental things that you've noticed. Okay, let's see. Let me go within, see what your guides are saying here. Well, you're healing so that you can transcend and transcend some lower level situation or experience. You're creating a new reality. You're getting yourself out of some kind of stuck state or narrative, or just out of the doldrums. I'm hearing out of some kind of circumstances. And this is the time you're using your willpower. It's by will and follow through. And it's also by what you have. This almost reminds me of someone that wants to create or rebuild a, what do you call it? A computer. And any of my techie friends out there, any of my techie soul family, and you're looking around and you could use this. Sometimes I have to do it with some of my recording equipment. It's like, oh, let me take this. Oh, I have a dongle for that. I can change that to, from a A or a C into a different type of fit. Instead of USB, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So that's what you're doing. You're piecing things together. It might seem piecemeal in the beginning, but okay, you're meant to reach some pinnacle. You've got conjunction. I'm taking a couple things here. Midheaven, Mars. Okay, so, and your authority. Okay, I'm not going to take this, but I'm going to show you this is coming through. Well, let's take it all. Neptune and vision. Do you see where you're going, Soulite? These are the areas of your life, your resources. You're taking your resources. These are all your resources here. The pentacles, what do you have tangibly? And you're building from that. So your guides are saying, look, we've given you, there's God-given rights, your soul gifts. It's also what you have around you. Use what you have around you. You may be saying, oh, I want to write, but I only have an iPad. Start on the iPad. Oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I only have a phone. Use your phone. I want to start a podcast. Okay, use what you have. Now, you may spend some money this year on some of the things that you want to do on your vision, but see, you're creating a new vision for your life, your destiny, where you're going, your career path. It's all about community. It's joining together with others. It's taking action. It's putting yourself front row centered, Soulite. It's focusing on your creativity, your creative expression, the courageous heart. It's having the will. It's connecting into your little will and aligning your little will into the higher will of the higher self, the divine will. So the magician is a channel. I'm going to put this here because this is about a vision. This magician is saying, I'm transforming my life through my vision and I'm following through. I'm creating a plan. It's like painting a picture. Oh, I need this paint. Oh, I ran out of that paint. Let me go buy some. Oh, I need brushes. I have 3 brushes that are great. 2 of them are stuck together. I can't get them off with whatever it is, the brush cleaner, turpentine or brush cleaner. I got to get another brush. So this year you're to bring in what you need. Use what you have and bring in what you need to transform your life, your world. That's what you're doing. Something's coming from the higher mind, the higher realm, this new vision, this new idea to transform your body. to transform how you think, to transform how you live. This is not about things staying the same. This year, things do not stay the same for you, Soulite. This is the year of big changes, new directions, new pathways for you. This is extension and expansion into your career, your finance. This is you moving much more quickly. This is things picking up, accelerating. This is a time of activation. This is the time of answering the soul call, following through on opportunities, moving forward with your own inner authority, understanding what your gifts are and using those gifts. This is also the time where others are going to see you and want to join in with you. This is the time you're going to be drawing people to you. Okay? This is not the time. Okay, I'm getting the message to use this stick. This is not the time that you're going to hide, or you're not going to be able to. People are going to notice you, whether in person or online. People are going to want to connect more with you. Okay, let me see. I'm getting two different cards. Okay, let's go back with this one. Okay, there we go. So this is what you're moving out of, is any doubt, shame, doubt, lack of self-love, or belief in oneself. Self-love is a belief in oneself, or even if you kind of doubt, you still follow through. We all, when we're going to a new level, we all have doubt. No matter how awake, aware, evolved someone is, you're going to have doubt. So you're finding the way to move past doubt. And this year is a wake-up call to a new life. This group, you have a lot of spiritual help, spirit team, spirit guides, guidance from the angelic realms, specifically Archangel Michael and Gabrielle. Also Uriel, some of you are working with a deeper level of healing of your gifts or the way that you express your gifts. So there's something changing also about your soul purpose, how you're manifesting or, living out your soul's purpose. Okay, and we move into the Four of Wands. The one thing that you are meant to know is that the changes that you're focused on, the changes that you are initiating and supporting are coming from a higher will. They're coming from a higher aspect of you. Aspect I'm talking about and I'm being shown is directly correlating with your soul, the soul design, soul matrix, your soul blueprint. It's coming from the Akashic. I'm seeing with this group, you're more stepping into your power or empowerment. And here we have the Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the Emperor. The Emperor shapes their world, their reality, their environment, okay? So this is something for you to know. The guides are saying, look, it's time for you to create your world, your reality. Redecorate your house, redecorate your room. Get rid of stuff that no longer reflects who you really are and what you're about. Let it go. Get rid of it. Move on. You're going to be moving on from people or situations that aren't recognizing what you're offering, that are not naturally more easily appreciating what you do. You're going where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. That's your key this year, is you're going to be finding yourself and placing yourself in places where you're celebrated and not just tolerated, okay? Where you can shine, where others see your gifts. This is also a year that you're going to have a lot more prosperity. There are gifts, there are talents, there's things you've studied, you've trained in that are going to bring in money. This could be getting rid of stuff, this could be selling stuff, this could be garage sales, this could be clearing out the storage facility. You're taking action to make things happen with what you have, not waiting any longer Oh, until I get this, until I'm this tall, this weight, until I'm this age, until my hair is this color, until my hair's short, until my hair's long, till I have a beard. No, till the beard is gone, till I shave, till I have a mustache. No, no, no. This is a deep level of trust in yourself where you're being pushed. And I do feel this is also coming from your spiritual essence and your soul. There's a lot of soul activation within this group where, look, you've got, oh, remember I said it would be funny if there was a bull. Well, there's an Aries, there's a ram, taking the bull by the horns. So taking the ram by the horns. You have Aries here. You have Mars. Mars rules Aries. You have the Emperor here, which is Aries. This tells you what's happening. You are doing all that you can, all that you need to, all that you not want to and need to create this vision, to live out this vision. You are a channel for some kind of higher vision that's coming from a higher purpose, a soul purpose. You're using your soul purpose, your soul expression, soul experience to create, to manifest something. And you're also drawing in people that are going to be helping you. You're getting a lot of support. An authority. You're going to be seen as an authority in your field, in your life, in your expertise. Your opinion is going to be taken into account. But this is a year where some people might feel like you're moving too quickly, or you've left someone behind or something behind. But it clearly is you're being pulled by your inspiration, right? It's not a push, it's a pull. You're being drawn by what you're inspired to. And expect help, support, expect teamwork, expect to draw in people that join in with you. This is more friends that are like family that is coming in for you. Now, again, we're just looking at, I'll be doing other types of readings for 2026 and beyond. But this is the theme. When you're watching this, you can kind of see, yeah, this is what I need to do. I need to follow through. But you need to take what you have and initiate from there. And also, it's showing this year, you're going to be balancing quite a bit because you're creating some kind of completion. Oh, you've got the sun twice, source and sun here. So this is telling me that you're going to actually be enjoying creating, doing whatever you're doing in a creative capacity. You're actually feeling, you're actually going to feel good. You're not going to feel burdened. You're going to be like willing to take this on. It's like, well, I have the time, the energy, the focus. The money's coming in. I'm going to do this. Okay, so you're focusing on the future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. Okay, for some of you, maybe that's your own YouTube channel, or another medium, that you're bringing your intuition into your work. Okay, this makes sense. Star power. You need engaging work that will let your talent shine. You are a natural actor and influencer. You attract fame and fortune. Well, I think that's evident in what I'm channeling and also by the cards that you're getting. This star power, this ability. Okay, and then we see this. This is very important for you, Soulite. Long term, an opportunity could turn into a long-term career move, or you will be asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. For you, this magician, this magus, it does bring a focus on commitment, whether it's in relationship. It's going to be in relationship also. But this is, you're accepting some new level of commitment. The spirit team are saying to you, you've been learning about being committed no matter what, to persevere, to follow through. That commitment was tested, whether within yourself, your life circumstances, your soul path, mission, your soul purpose, what do you want to do, what you want to create, and in particular, more like with your destiny. So what's going to happen this year is that you're going to have some opportunities where you have to fulfill something, some kind of obligation, some kind of responsibility. Now, some of this will definitely be paid for. Some of this will be in relationships that this could bring a relationship to the next level of engagement, living together, marriage. Oh yes, we're going to work together. Let's do this as a team. Okay, let's travel together. Let's collaborate. Let's sign the document, the agreements. So for this group, part of your star power is going to be these alliances, right, that you have here. So part of your star power is being able to work with other people. And in working with these other people, there's more that you can do on your own. So let's look at this. So we've got the future here, planning for the future. Again, you're creating your future. And you're bringing your star power, your ability to shine, your ability to get things done, your ability to follow through, your ability to be more uniquely you, and move out of the shame of holding yourself back because of however you feel about how you look or feel or what you know or what you do. This is like, well, yeah, I can do this, or this is my gift, or this is what I want to do. That ability to be more of integrity, to be more transparent with who you really are, to be more genuine and authentic, is bringing you better opportunities with, I feel, contracts, kind of sign on the dotted line kind of contracts, right? So, star power, future, and long term. So this is the ability by your innate gifts, your soul gifts, your talents, your abilities to transform your life from something that feels less stable, less confident, into something that you're very proud of, that you feel a strong sense of confidence in, that you feel will sustain you, whether this is within a group, a company, a particular relationship, a type of job or career. The moves that you're making this year are bringing in a lot more stability for expansion and growth, and they're bringing some kind of manifestation of your vision. But again, you're doing it as that master creator, master painter, right? Behind every masterpiece is a master. So there's some self-mastery you're learning, like, wow, I can change my life, my reality. I can make changes. I can change my relating pattern. I can change, how I react or respond. I can change my life. I can change my health. I can manifest this dream, this goal, this reality. So this is a very active manifestation year for you. Not just attracting and creating, but manifesting. Yeah, it's a year of movement. This can bring you into different lands. This can bring you around different people. But the key is they're all going to have something in common that is very supportive for you. And there we go. Trust and partnership. Trust in yourself. Trust in the partners you're drawing in. And then so like this is important. Othello, heritage, possessions. It's like you're an open book. You've been in this path of self-discovery and you're discovering what works for you on your path. What's the approach? What's your protocol? You're understanding yourself more, and that's why you're going to be even more and more successful, more and more fulfilled, is because it's like you're reading the book of you now. You're going by your owner's manual, not somebody else's manual that was passed on to you. So this is a year of growth, through what you have, your instincts, your soul gifts, your talents, your abilities, what you have. You're taking what you have right now at this reading and transforming your world. It's not happening in another way. It's not happening through other people. Other people are going to join in, but you're going to be initiating. That's a bigger thing for you, is that you're initiating. This has to do a lot with initiating. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is not a year of being stuck. If there's delays or pauses, I would say reframe the delays into pauses. This is a year that you ascend, and look at that, ascended. You agreed to return in assistant or ascension, but you're also ascending. Look at the magus. So you're here to use your soul gifts. In the ascension, not living out of the extremes of polarity or duality, not living from woundedness. You're here to help. You could also be writing, and you could also be teaching something that you're receiving from spirit. It could be a particular system. It could be a particular something you've learned, some kind of wisdom. You could be sharing your inner guidance with others, empowering others. That brings you money. In other words, what's your wisdom? Use your wisdom. You've got automatic writing, channel through writing, decode frequency, deliver messages and teachings from spirit. So again, that could be one of your gifts. The one other thing I want to say with this group is you're not meant to just do one thing. You're going to do many things that are part of different aspects or parts of your soul purpose, okay? What is it? Writer, director, teacher, healer, podcast, doing YouTube, singer, songwriter, I don't know, secretary, or you have an app, you have a business, mother, father, you know, and working on your own. Do you see what I'm saying? There's multiple things that you're bringing together, and that's what you're meant to do. This is about balancing all the things that you do in a way that's fulfilling for you, in a way that works for you. Okay, you're going to have multiple either sources of income or focuses or ways of expressing or businesses. This could be serial entrepreneurship. This could be a trader that does astrology or numerology. This could be that you're an investor, you're a trader, you're a banker, and you're a teacher. You're a massage therapist, you're a trader, or you're a massage therapist and a herbologist. You see what I'm saying? There's multiple things that you're doing. You're a naturopathic doctor, but you sell herbs, and you also do telemedicine or something. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is, if you've been wondering, oh, am I spreading myself too thin by doing these things? No, you're just, this year you find how it all works, how it all comes together. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if I did Astro Dice before. Sagittarius, yeah. Expand your vision, Soul Light. Supernova. The Sun in Sagittarius in the 7th house. These are these alliances. They might look different from you. They might be from a different country. They might look differently. They might speak a different language, but they are having the same or similar enough resonance to you, soul resonance. So this is about attracting more spiritually connected relationships of a similar religion, philosophy, you know, life philosophy, life psychology, you know, mindset. So this is a very powerful time for you as you initiate and you move out more in the world. You trust yourself. You're acting on all, you know, this activation energy. You're drawing in the right people for these long-term commitments. You know, for whatever kind of commitment you're wanting. You're committed to your life. That's the thing. You're committed to your life, your path, your projects, your soul mission. This commitment radiates out, and it's bringing in people you can trust. It's bringing in trusted partnerships because you're trusting yourself. See, we got here. You're trusting yourself. All right, Soul Light, you're being so guided, and that's your Soul Insights mantra. I am being guided on my path by my soul through my higher self. I trust myself. I trust the messages I'm receiving, and I trust myself to create my world through the higher vision of what is more ideal and what is more perfect for me. All right, Soul Light, keep shining bright. Hello, Radiant Soul Light. Welcome to your reading. Happy New Year. Okay, so I'm going to be tuning in, but I am going to be doing other readings for what's happening this year, whether monthly, quarterly, how to actualize, focusing more on relationships as well as career and different aspects of your life. But this one, I always like to give an overview, and I like to connect into the collective energies, which is that magician energy this year. 46 energy distills to a 10, distills to a 1. So there's a lot about building new structures and forms that are much more emotionally fulfilling, much more heart connecting, much more soul aligned, but also that an initiation in creating one's own world or reality. And then, of course, that's that 10 energy. And, of course, the 1 is the magician. It's a lot about initiating, moving forward. Now, your reading is a bit interesting. You've got the magician here. If you were drawn to this, this is a very transformative year With Zoisite here, it's overcoming some kind of challenge. And this challenge could be some level of negativity. It could be a distraction. It could be an addiction. It's something you're blossoming into this heart opening of self-love, more self-love, compassion. I feel like you have a lot to do this year. However, you're not going to want to overly push. It's like you're finding your own pattern, like, yeah, it'll get done. Yes, I'm going to focus on this. Spirit is saying don't be too overscheduled this year. Even though you're here transforming your world, your life, this magician energy is coming in. You're really to use your wisdom. And some of you may be doing something also with ancestral work. You might be doing any family of origin work. You might be looking at your generational or familial transmission. What's transmitted to you? Are you breaking a particular cycle? Some of you may even be working more with the whole idea of love or herbs or nurturing, or really bringing in also that feminine aspect. What I hear from your guides is balanced shield. And that means that it's a balance of energy of the masculine and the feminine, of the action and inaction, of the introspective, and the ability to be more outwardly focused and more inwardly focused. So that idea of introspection and contemplation, what understanding its place. So to some degree, the message I'm getting for you from the guides is this is a very kind of measured year for you. I almost feel like you're finding your footing in something. There can be a focus on creativity, changing the narrative of what you expect to happen in your life, changing the narrative of how you live. There could be lifestyle changes. Again, this could be diet, nutrition, this could be exercise, could be how much time you're on your phone, what you watch, or how long you watch something. But this is going to bring in a focus on your routine, on your everyday living in life. What are the changes that I need to make there, okay? This is also planning for the future. So the guides are telling me that this is the year to start planning for something. Now, this could be budgeting. This could be time. How much energy is this going to take? How much time? What do I need to do with this? It's almost like you're getting this reconstruction to some degree of your body, mind, and then perhaps even your world, your routine, your schedule could be greatly changing. Some of you are going to work with someone, a therapist, a counselor, a guide, a mentor. This is the time for you to also apprentice. You could also be working with someone in that capacity also. But I do feel some kind of reciprocity. So it could be co-counseling. It could be that you're working on yourself, but you also help others. So there's this idea of using some kind of insight or wisdom in the work that you do. For some, it could be life experience. It could also be something that you've just learned or you're training in. This is the time to take care. For this year for you is a lot about how do you travel on the earth plane? Is it roughshod? Is it sacred? Are you sacredly stepping in your life? Or are you overly pushing? Are you harsh? So you're finding this new way of traveling, this new way of being. The guides are telling me in this sacred space that is your life. Okay, and the Zoisite is bringing more. It's bringing a new level of perhaps joy or inner peace or contentment. It's also dispersing some kind of negativity. So you could be healing out of some kind of negative situation or situation that impacted you negatively. The message I'm getting from your guides to some degree is you're regrouping this year. You're renewing and regrouping. I'm getting from your guides an energy of like a healer on another dimension. You're healing. You have healing guides. This could be healing after illness, a sickness. This could be you've been taking care of someone that's been, you've had to be a caretaker for. So there's a lot of nurse, doctor, healer kind of energy here, practitioner, massage therapist, cranial sacral. There's a lot about healing, especially from the body. And this could be foods that you find are healing. This could be clearing up any kind of gut, stomach, feet, knee, back, neck, head, headaches, breathing, any kind of breathing issues could also be healing. So this year you take time to do the healing that you need to do, or you find what actually needs healing. This is the year to find solutions to what needs healing in your life at this time, whether physical, mental, emotional, spiritual healing, shamanic healing, working with herbs, botanicals. This is the time, this year is a lot for you about healing. And there's that white snake tells me that something gets purified. What was negative, too dense or heavy or negative. This could be a person or type of people that are no longer in your life, and you're healing from that. Let's see what we got here. Story number 1. Okay. Yeah, you're walking away from something. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. Now, again, this could be, is it a certain food? Is it an activity? Is it a certain type of relationship or a relationship? Is it a job? Even if it's a job and you need to stay there for a while, or a career, you're going to find a way to do it more detached, where you're not overgiving and trying to get a specific result. And you have a lot of help with this soul light. This is not something casual in your life. This is something that needs to happen, and it's happening this year. Okay, now, interesting enough, soul story number 2 had this. You've carried this burden for far too long. It's time to release the guilt you've placed on yourself and start a new chapter in your life. Set a new goal and begin taking action towards happiness. Then soar. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. Okay, here is the message for you from your guides. Again, you're breaking family patterning, some role perhaps you have felt stuck in, like I'm the one that helps, or I know my light is bright, or I have more energy to do this, or I have more money. So, and there's this one I'm going to get to too. So I'm going to take care. So you're dropping something, density, too much density, the weight, the pressure. There's some old version of you this year you're walking away from, you're moving away from. And then some, it could be hard, it could be difficult. You have to do it consciously. Your soul is not allowing that anymore, because you can't subsume the personality into the soul. So the higher self is intervening. So those relationships that are no longer as active or around you, or you don't feel as close to, it's because the dynamics aren't working for you to soar, for you to no longer dim your light. This for you, this energy of 2026 is about your sense of commitment to yourself and fulfillment. Even more than commitment, they're changing me, they're correcting me. It's fulfillment in yourself, in your life. It's more pleasure for you. It's allowing more abundance. You're having to step outside of some kind of role, or detach from some kind of role, or some kind of guilt trip or manipulation someone's put on you, or that you always help, or you always do this or that. So there's something changing about the role. Now, you move into reward and recognition. Congratulations, your hard work will soon pay off and take you in the direction of your dreams. Acknowledge your efforts and own your power. You're going to reward yourself. Yes. Are there going to be external rewards? Yes. Are there going to be financial rewards for you? Yes. Are you going to be able to earn or draw in more money? Yes. Yes. All that's happening. But it's almost like what I'm getting from your guides is that you have to give yourself permission to go for what you want, or go in a new direction, or do less of something so you can do more of something else. So this is a lot of internal change. I feel like this is a lot of internal change that begins to flower and be seen externally. And it's really like, I've given up that way of being, or I no longer choose this. I no longer do this. I choose also my own happiness. I choose to walk away where it's not working, where I'm being disrespected. I choose to walk away where it doesn't work. I choose to walk away where I'm being attacked or abused, or I'm being manipulated through shame. Like, why did you do that? Or how could you do that? Or you're not going to help me with this? You're not going to do this? or you're going to leave, or you're going to move. What am I going to do? You see what I'm saying? So this is a big shift for you this year. And I do feel it's because this new vision is wanting to come in, and it can't come in the old container, the old way of you living. It's just not possible, Soul Light. So you're going to be high-fiving yourself a lot. You're going to give yourself the reward and recognition. You're going to recognize yourself of what you need and take good care of yourself and reward yourself. And then you're attracting that from others. So as you're walking away from that abuse, negativity, slight, whatever it is for you that's tied in with this, some kind of family dynamic here, or conditioning, a relating pattern, now you begin to soar. It's like you get these wings and things start lightening up. And I do see that people reward you for that. There's like, wow, you did this, you did that. It's like, it's the message, okay, they're telling me is you have to validate yourself. Your guides are saying it's time for you to recognize yourself and give yourself your own reward for how much you've gone through, what you know now. This is a time of celebration and growth, and there's this blossoming new beginning, wow, that's bringing in this new passion. Okay, look at that. Passion, partnership, ninth house, and achieving. Wow, okay. So this, we're probably talking first half of the year, might be sprinkled in through parts of the year. But what's going to happen is you're going to get a renewed sense of passion and inspiration for yourself in some goal, because you're going to be able to now achieve more. You're not going to subconsciously or consciously hold yourself back or allow others to hold you back. And this ninth, look at this exploration. Yeah, are you the helper? Are you the assistant? You're in this role a lot, and there's this kind of a slight dissolving. It's flowering, like I feel better about myself, or I feel happier, or I feel like now I want to do this, or I want to achieve this, I want to create. You've got a flower here, you've got a flower here, you've got flowers here, and you've got flowers here, and you've got flowers here. So blossoming, this is your year to blossom. This is your year to, it's not even shine, it's blossoming. It's this growth. It's like you've been, like something sprouting in you, Soul Light, and from this sprout, it begins to bloom. And then the bloom is blossoming, right? There's a sprout, this opening, a budding, I would say. There's a budding and then a blossoming. And you're going to have more options and opportunities this year because you're allowing yourself that. You're daring to step out of some limiting role or some box, if you want to call it that. Yeah, and you've got Sagittarius here. And you have Saturn, because you need to build new structures that are based more on where you are now and what you want. So we all need structure. We need boundaries. We need structure. So you're restructuring your life for more growth, to blossom, to be able to do more, have more, to do more in your life, to do more in your business, to do more in your relationships. You're structuring your time to have more fun. Now, this is telling me here, the reward recognition, that there could be something that you do that goes into print or goes into broadcast or is reaching other people, where you're seen more, or some kind of gift or achievement is recognized, right? It could be something that you create or collaborate with, or just how you show up in the world. The message your guides are saying also is to tell them that you're going to be feeling better, your self-esteem, feeling better about what you do, what you create, and what you share in the world. You're feeling better about yourself. Now, I'm not saying this reward recognition doesn't come from other people, or, a bonus or job or career or person, but it's also about you. This growth that you have fostered, this transformation here. with that snake energy, this growth. You've transformed a very important part of your life that's actually had you kind of handicapped, as your guides are telling me. It's kind of it hasn't been fair. Yeah, see, look at that. Something exciting is on the horizon for you if you follow your passion. There it is. Passion. So you can have what you want, whether that's a deepening in relationships, more bonding, or a particular relationship getting more bonded or going to the next level, or you drawing in the right relationship for you, whether business, collaborative, career, personal, romantic, long-term partner, creative partner, because that's part of your soul's purpose. You have to walk away from what's pulling you down. You have to change the narrative, Soulite. You have to change the game. That's what your guides are saying. That's what you're in the process of, expanding your idea of what's possible or possibility, and then working on that. Bringing your focus, your dreams, goals, desires, your achievement. So this is the time to blossom. This year for you has to do with a lot of growth. This is a blossoming year for you. You're coming out of something. You're walking away from something that just did not work, or it's done. Okay, now I am getting a message, and it's interesting. You got divine intervention. Get ready for a miracle. You're in the midst of a divine intervention. So let's see what we have this year. Okay, your guides are saying you might be walking away. You might be feeling like you were left or you had to leave, and there's space. And you might feel like you're alone or too much on your own, or that there's something or someone is not understanding you. The space will be filled. It's part of your purpose. So out of this blossoming, Soulite, out of this growth, the space that was left there, the space that's there, you start blossoming. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let me connect in. Okay, you guys are saying you don't have to do so much and then it'll happen. So you're also learning like how much you have to do, and then Spirit will take over. God will take over, your higher self. Like you do what you need to do on the ego you, the avatar you, and your higher self, while you're sleeping, your higher self is taking over. So again, there's this, you're going to be tapping into some kind of ancient knowledge or understanding, and that it's studying, you know, esoteric wisdom, spirituality, understanding the occult or metaphysics or herbology or even the Vedas, studying the mysteries of life, studying transpersonal psychology or higher level psychology. These kinds of studies will greatly help you achieve what it is that you want. Like look for the places where people believe they could do something and they did, or somebody overcame something or achieved something. There's something in that messaging for you there. Because you are here to achieve, you are here to manifest, you are here to create, but you can't do it under the current narrative, or you can't do it fully. And so that's why the change is coming in. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune right under Soar. The Lovers. Seven of Pentacles. You see that, Soulite? King of Cups. See the Wheel of Fortune, and look what's underneath the Seven. You're waiting for this time to change. Then you've got the High Priestess. I see where this is going, but I'm not gonna. Okay, let's see. King of Wands. Nine of Cups. Wow. Ace of Swords. Sun card. Okay, here we go. Emperor. All right, gang. Wow. And you've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and I just picked this, and you've got the Ace of Cups. I'm going to take this because this is, I love it when I'm starting to channel something, then the cards come through. You got the Magician. This is a big beginning for you. You've got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Magician. You've got the Lovers. I was really trying to just hone in on this one reading, but there's messages here of a relationship coming in. This is blossoming love. This is recreating your life or transforming your life in a way that you are more on top, you're more fulfilled, you're feeling more resilient, you're bouncing back. This is drawing in the right person for you, the right people. This is because you have been, yes, okay, they're telling me this, okay. So some degree you've been satisfying yourself, you've been taking care of yourself, you've been making yourself feel better, happier. You've been connecting into an inner joy. You've been moving through a process in your life. And you may be just realizing it now. You may be, as you're looking back or contemplating as I'm doing this reading at this time frame at the close of the year, you may be going, God, look what I've gone through. Look where I am now. This year for you brings a lot of firsts, blossoming love, speaking your truth more, getting more authentic in your expression of love, your expression of gratitude, appreciating yourself and your gifts, appreciating others, feeling more inspired, feeling that you can take on a leadership role, asking for that raise. There's so many differences here. Asking someone for their number, texting them, feeling like, oh, I'll never find love again, or I'll never have it again, and then all of a sudden meeting someone, okay? The message your guides are telling me, and God, I almost want to cry. Wow, okay. Oh my God, so light, okay. Somehow, oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. You had family shame. Maybe from the lineage, a family lineage, a sense of some kind of negativity or something's not going to work out or ever work out for me, blamed for something. You're letting that go. That's letting go. Wow, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. I can make myself happy. I can choose my own happiness. I know what to do. But I also choose to be with you. I can do it on my own. But I choose to do it with someone else. I choose to let you help me. I choose to appreciate the help. I thank you for the helping hand. This year you have a lot of firsts. You have a lot of openings. You have a lot of getting through a small challenge, or, you know, looking at a pattern or how something is holding you back or held you, and moving forward, moving through it. Achievement. This year is about achievement, mental, emotional, physical. You got a lot of first soul light. You got a lot of little to bigger breakthroughs. You know, you've got a lot of, I don't do that anymore. I do that. Oh, this happened. Yeah, you're being very supported. That this is your guides. I'm getting, you're being lifted. You're being very supported. And something has shifted with this kind of shame, blame, guilt narrative, or holding back, or who am I to think this or do this? I don't know. It's not even in words. I'm getting that it's in the ancestral plane. It's in the ancestral chakra, which is at the shoulder blades. There's a timeline, an energetic plane there. And you came here to shift that soul light. And so you have and you are, right? Or you are and you have. So there might be some remnants at this reading, but you're moving through it. You're moving through it. And you're processing and you're moving through it. you know, maybe a little struggle, or let's reframe that. It could be persistent effort, perseverance. You're moving through it. You're learning to say no. You're learning to walk away, not to argue and try to, you know, power play, power struggle. You're learning to just not play that game, that old narrative. And Spirit sees you. So this is a detoxification. You know, you're getting stronger in your sense of being. You're getting stronger in your alignment and attunement to the creative flow of you, right? You're in partnership with, through your higher self, into the divine, connecting to your soul. So this is about manifesting what's right for you and not having to conform. Realizing your own ideas, right? This is this aids you, this helps you in realizing your own ideas from you, from your soul design. And this is also about transforming destructive urges into constructive ones. All right, Soulite, this is a very powerful message for you for 2026, the overview here. Wow, okay. Had no idea that was coming out, but I just am present. Oh, look at this, see? You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. Yes, or a relationship, or a kind of relationship, or a way of responding to a relationship. Unfolding. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. So light, where's my little, there we are, right? The blossoming. Pink, self-love, self-acceptance, self-compassion. And then you can have that for others. But something is ending. You're walking away. That's it. It's done. Not going there anymore. Not doing that anymore. I'm allowing myself to blossom. But I'm saying this, I'm interpreting it from the messaging I'm getting from your guides, from Spirit, the cards, how they reflect that. I do have to say it's instinctual. This is happening also subconsciously. This is also happening automatically. So part of it, yes, it's you. It's what you've been doing. It's what you're processing. It's what you've been working through, what you've been healing. And it's also happening from the higher self perspective. So it's like, oh, how come I don't talk to this person anymore? Where are they? And then you reflect, you go, well, we're just not aligned that much, or I don't feel so much of a resonance, or they're still doing that pattern or that behavior or that addiction. They're still doing that thing, whatever it is, that I'm no longer doing. You know, so again, you're going to be getting the structure, the type of routine that supports where you are and where you're growing, where you're blossoming, not just where you're going, but where you're growing and blossoming. So that ending, do we have it somewhere else also? Yeah, the walking the way, ending of a life, a way of living. It's over. It's done. I'm connecting more to my something bigger. But again, this is not heady. This is, see, progress. It seems like a lifelong slog, like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. Yeah, you're about to have a breakthrough. You're about to have a divine intervention because you're in the process of alignment and attunement. Soul alignment, soul attunement to the higher frequency, the more expanded frequency outside of duality, you know, expanding. Not getting caught in the, that lower level energy. And so you're about to have some kind of life purpose, soul activation that can happen in many ways, through relationship, drawing in, career, opening opportunity, being really seen. Because Zoisite is saying, and well as what your guides are saying, and what's speaking is like, it's because you're being more you, you're being more genuine, you're like breaking some mold of having to conform, or I have to do it this way, or this is the best way to do it, or the way to achieve or have success, or you've been able to discern between what is really you, genuinely you, and what is someone else, okay? I'm going to put this here because I want you to see that you've got unfolding here. I'm going to stay there. You've got unfolding and you've got blossoming. So that means something. It's unfolding, it's blossoming. There's a pattern that's ended. There's an addiction. There's a belief system. There's a way of relating. There's a type of relationship. There's a relationship. So you're moving through endings, loss, ending. But now you're building from that loss and that ending. You're building something new on a foundation that reflects where you're at now and where you're going. Okay, yeah. Where are you going? Fertility, growth. So Soul Light, you had to create the foundation. There's something about the foundation for you. You had to create the foundation. But to create a better foundation, there's some things that you had to let go of or were taken from you. Out of this loss, there is intuition, evolution, Laguz. So this is, again, trusting that intuition. That could be the Lovers there. That's really listening. That's also, to some degree, the Magician, and higher information coming in through the Ace of Swords, clarity, cutting through. You know what to do. This is integrating the divine feminine in this particular Magician, okay? This is the wisdom of the feminine, and this is what you're creating, is new beginnings. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So this is a year with this is a year where there's some breakthroughs, but your hard work is paying off. But you're still working. You're focused. You're making it happen. You're chiseling away, and then all of a sudden it gives way. You're creating these new beginnings with your higher self, your spirit team. You're not doing it all on your own because you're already in this growth. So 2026 for you is about growth, blossoming growth, blossoming, fertility, all kinds of fertility, whatever that means to you, growth, unfolding, growth. Growth in emotional energy, in intuition, psychic ability, the ability to nurture yourself and an idea or others. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, cutting out what doesn't make you happy. And I don't mean ha 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 happy, I'm so happy, or no, joy, true happiness. If you're hanging out with someone, whether friend or dating, and they're always late, or they never take you into account, or they talk behind your back, or they're nasty, that's not cups, unless you're going to a movie and you never talk. You're going to be orchestrating or organizing your relationships differently. Like, one could be good for this, one could be good for that, but you're going to have different, stricter boundaries, Soul Light. This is it. You're not going to be guilted into something. Wow. Okay. Loving this for you, beautiful soul. Now, let's look at the soul purpose cards. I'm kind of getting lost in your energy because I feel a lot of kind of 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3, boom, 4, 5, 6, oh, stop, patience, okay, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, boom. There's a lot of pacing, measured, this happens and that happens, oh, this, oh, then this, oh, I worked on this, now this is happening. There's just a lot of growth this year for you. That's your theme, unfolding, growth, blossoming, fertility. And it's all of this is to replace what was taken, ripped away, taken. Oh my God, look at that. Seed planter, plant seeds of potential every place you go in each person's soul. Harvesting. Well, that's interesting because I think soul story number 1 got this, maybe 2, I don't remember. But the thing is, that's what we're all doing. But if you're getting this specifically in your reading, that's a big message for you. Okay, remedy illness and broken hearts, attract abundance and fresh starts. New beginnings, fresh starts. There we go. You're healing from a broken heart. You're more attracting abundance. You're remedying an illness, some kind of dis-ease, dysfunction. You're remedying something less life enhancing, too much, addiction, whatever you want to call it. Aromatherapy would be very good for you. Maybe you're drawn to that. But this is this year. Remedy illness and broken hearts, attract abundance and fresh starts. So that's the rewards and the recognition. So there's this healing, soul light, from a broken heart, disappointment. This is the year that it just so much heals enough that you can bring in the new, that you can start fresh start, new beginning. Oh, that doesn't hold me back anymore. That doesn't bother me anymore. Oh, I'm attracting differently. Oh my God, I met this great guy or great girl. Oh my God, what a great job. Or, oh, I have a really nice boss now, or a really nice collaborator, editor, whatever it is. You're breaking patterns. Okay, soul light, soul story number 3, before we close out. Okay, moon, that makes sense. Got that moon there. The emotional body. Ooh, moon in Scorpio. Ooh, and the 8th house, get to the deeper needs, soul light, moon in Scorpio. Use your intuition, Lagos here, intuition, evolution. Your intuition helps you evolve, helps you heal, helps you blossom. Your gut knowing, your intuition, your body wisdom. What is your body saying? Time to relax, time to go within, time to activate. What you're following your life's rhythms with that moon. It's also moon in Scorpio. It's the feminine aspect of going within, of nurturing, of caretaking, not other people only, yourself as well. 8th house, seek soul connecting relationships. It's all about deep connection, philosophical, mental, sexual, sensual, spiritual, emotional, environmental, material connect. It's about a deepening in the connection. It's about the soul purpose. And your soul purpose has something to do with transformation. You love that. Moon in Scorpio, scorpionic transformation, that Plutonian Mars energy, the will to transform your life. That's what you're connecting to this life, this lifetime. And in many ways, 2026 is your lifetime. You're starting over. You're going to be connecting into a lot of your gifts, and in that tenacity and that ability to restructure, reclaim, reignite, refuel, to transmute, to transform. Your ability to do that and know how to do that at the deepest level. Okay, beautiful soul light. I hope this brings some deeper meaning and purpose for you. Your soul insights mantras: I'm fulfilled on my soul path through deeper meaning and purpose. My soul purpose, inspiration, and insight fuels my will and inspires me. Yes. All right, Radiant Soul Light, happy 2026. Keep shining. Hello, beautiful souls. Well, going to be looking at the numerology for 2026. I've been really excited about this. You've heard me talk about this and do videos and talk about it on the podcast, and definitely here in the Patreon Soul Path Awakening community. So we're going to go a little bit deeper since you've been traveling with me for a while. First off, I would look back at the 2025 numerology forecast that I did for you, predictions and forecasts in your theme for the year. And you can find that in the collections here under numerology. I don't know if it's psychic and numerology or just numerology, but anyway, you can go back and look at that and see how it played out, and that can help you understand your personal year. So I'm going to give an overview for 2026, just a brief overview, and then I'm going to do a short theme for your personal year. Now, to do numerology correctly, there's a lot of misinformation on the calculations out there in the world. Let me just emphasize, your personal year is like your solar return. It's birth date to birth date. So I know a lot of, magazines, but online, people that write for numerology say that, okay, in January, you're going to have a new year. No, it's just like astrology, and that makes so much sense because we all have personal cycles. We have a collective cycle, like in 2025, collectively, we were in a 45-9. So that's the overall arching energy pattern and theme. And as you recall, there was a lot of grief. I told you there's going to be a lot of letting go, grief, crying, loss. It's a time of transition, stuff clearing out, getting clear about stuff, looking at how do I bridge to something else or make my moves into something else. There could be a lot of loss, whether people crossing over or just divorce, separation, people moving on, you moving on, something no longer holding its interest. And I would say collective cycles, usually you could feel them about, I would say second to third quarter in the year, you can really feel them. Not to say you can't write on January, but it usually takes a bit of time. Personal years, I find people really start feeling anywhere from a few weeks to a few months ahead. So you might already be feeling some of this. So how do you calculate your personal year, your birth year? Well, it's in that 2025 collection. I'll go over it a little bit here. It's from birth date to birth date. So if you were born, let's say January 1st, let's say, 1980, okay? Then you are going to change, your personal year will start in January, right? If you were born February 10th, let's say 1990, or February 10th, 2000, right? Then your year, then you are going to change in January, in February, right? You're going to change, your personal year will change on February, 10th, 2026, right? So you take your last birth date, like if you were born in, let's say you were born October, so 10, let's say October 10th, let's keep it simple, 2000, right? Then this 46, then your personal, you'll be feeling the 4610 energy, the collective energy, but your personal year, your transformational year for you is not going to change until this October 10th, 2026. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you're used to astrology, it's the same as astrology. You have a birth date, new energy comes in. You do a solar return chart, right? Or a progress chart. So it's the same thing in numerology. Your personal year changes at your birth date. So wherever your birthday lies, if your birthday is May 5th, 2005, doesn't matter the year, then your personal year starts May 5th, 2026. And you would take the first two number, the 5th, the 5, and for May and 5, and add that to 2026. Okay, so you take your month and day of your last birthday and add that to 2026, and that's your personal year, right? So again, if you were born January 1st, let's say January 1st, 2000, you're going to take 1 and 1 is 2, and you're going to add that to 2026, right? And that's 6, 8, 2, 20. That puts you in a 48, 12, 3. So your overall cycle is a 12, 3, or 3. You can read the 3 energy. So if you want to know your native or natural numerology cycle, your natal numerology cycle, you take your month, day, and year and add them up. And this is the soul. It's what your soul has come here to express. That's why I like working with the birth date. Just like in astrology, it tells so much because it's perfectly timed as to how and why you came in. You don't necessarily get your name, or if you do change your name, that's later. So I find the purest energy and the most genuine is working with the month and day and year of your birth to get really the closest vibration. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for everyone. Again, for your natal numerology, which doesn't ever change, that's the month, the day, and the year calculated, okay? And then you break that down to a single digit, okay? I'm not going to get into sub digits for everyone. If you guys want to do that, I'll do it in a personal reading or, Soul Path Journey or group. If you want me to do a live on that, then I'll do that, and people can ask questions. So that's fine. Now, again, your personal year goes birth date to birth date, just like your astrology solar return. So you have a new cycle every birth date, not January 1st, unless you were born on January 1st, right? So again, if you were born January 20th, then you're going to go, okay, you're going to add 1 for January, 1/20, 2026 to get your personal year. If you were born December 5th, then you're going to add, your personal year isn't going to change until December 5th of 2026. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're coming out of the grief, guys. 45-9, we're shifting into the 46-10 energy. Here are the sub energies, but overall, it's the Magician. So this is new beginnings. This is going to be, how do I create a new reality or my reality or enforce my reality? How do I join with others? How do I connect in spiritually? How do I understand my spiritual connection, my connection to abundance? But this is the time to really, and I find it interesting that we are going to have, I believe, into mid-January to February, somewhere around there, we have Saturn going into Aries and Neptune in Aries, which is creating a new vision, anchoring a vision, a reality. So by this past cycle, by 2025, you've been getting an idea of what you want or don't want, what's being eliminated, what isn't bringing the soul juice, what's not cutting it anymore, what's not working. There's been a lot of that, a lot of loss, like having to forgive yourself and others to move on. So 2026 is the time to move on, move forward with that Magician energy. I've got the infinite sign here, but you turn it on, it's the 8, the higher self and lower self. This is the time to use your spiritual principles, beliefs, understanding, connect more to spirit, really harness your spiritual energy to create the mind you want, the body you want, the reality you want, the lifestyle you want, the health, the wealth. What is it that you want to create on your own and with others? So this is a time to take action this year. It was very difficult to take action in 2025. That this year it's very important to begin to take action, and meaningful action. And action is based on inspiration, right? Moving from inspiration into inspired action. So you're going to have a lot more energy, a lot more focus. The Magician is very focused. It's a very focused energy. It can be a very playful energy, wants to create, wants to gather with others, wants to communicate, wants to share. So many areas are going to be opening up in 2026. And if you've been preparing, if you've been doing your inner work, if you've been heeding your own soul messaging through your higher self, if you've been spiritually guided more, and you've been honest with yourself, this could be a very transformative year and also a very abundant year. Now, I may go back to that, but now here's some of the sub energies. Because it's the Magician, it's the number 1. Inherent or intrinsic are all the aces. So these are new beginnings. Watch my, I'll probably do one maybe on this, but I did do a new beginnings video